So you haven't forgotten me. I shouldn't put my guest on the spot. Moving on. How is Cartathea?
She needs time.
Understandable. Her transition back to mortal life is a drastic departure from her former existence. Now, I suppose I should thank you.
What's this?
Blood Pact's pledge. A symbol of the unbreakable pact between you and the Phasalia family. Each head of the family is entitled to one, and only one. You vanquished the Threnodian and brought peace at last to the Phasalias. You should have it. Consider this a token of gratitude.
Is that the only one?
You wish for more? Or is there something else you'd have me do? Oh. Do you intend to mediate between the two families? Tiresome feuds rarely last between two formidable houses. But alas, there is only so much light. Some branches greedily reach for more than they need, and the forgotten are doomed to wither in the dark. Disagreements lie not only between families, but also within them. How fortunate I now find myself with time to fix things. If you're interested, I'd gladly teach you how to care for a family such as ours.
Before I forget, Imperator left a message.
Tell me. I'm ready.
From this day forth, you are free.
I'll remember that.
Will you tell the others?
I've spent so long preparing for this day. A few more will hardly make a difference.
I'll take my leave then.
More tea before you go.
That felt like a strong energy fluctuation from Cartathea Sonoro, the inverted tower. Her frequency is unstable. I should go check on her. There are traces of a resonance energy discharge everywhere.
What a mess! This place looks like it was just bombarded. Yep, that's definitely Cardathia's residual frequencies. Huh? Where does she go?
No response. Can you tell where these traces lead, Abby?
Over there! But the traces are kind of messy. They feel unsteady, too.
That way. That's the archipelago across from Aguna. The traces are still fresh. We should follow them to find Cardathia before they fade.
Should we go now?
Yes. With the Thernoidian's will gone, she wouldn't lose contact unless something's wrong. Really wrong. But before we go...
Oh, a call from the honored laureate himself. What is it? Missing the serenity of my castle, I presume. Cardathia is missing. I see. It is indeed a rather urgent issue. Go on. What is it you wish to ask of me?
I want to learn more about the archipelago before I set off to find her.
Caution is indeed a virtue. Since you're in a hurry, I'll spare you the lengthy details. That archipelago is called Septimont. It's another city-state within Renacita. Like us Raganesi, its people were guided by the Sentinel across vast seas to settle there. But over time, Septimont and Raguna's differences led to a rift. Each one forged its own path.
What kind of differences?
Septimontians don't believe in the Sentinel. Even from a shared origin, the hearts and minds of people can diverge in unexpected ways. Septimont is a city of warriors. Its creed is simple: all for glory, fear no death. They revere heroes, not the divinity. Under the Order's control, Raguna enforces strict border controls for Septimontians. But Septimont places no such barriers for the Raganesi. You could say that Septimont has a far more accepting attitude towards Outlanders. At present, Septimont is hosting the Great Aegon, a cornerstone in the city's economy. Such a season draws visitors from far and wide.
Sounds like the perfect time to visit Septimont. Thank you, Cantarella.
You're the Thessalia's eternal ally. And of course, my esteemed guest. No need for formalities between us.
Look! A Wangray right here! It can give us a lift. My heart's racing like crazy.
Do you feel sick?
Not really. I just have this uneasy feeling.
Uneasy? Did you sense something dangerous in Septimont?
I don't know how to put it. It's strange. Like things are all tangled up somehow.
Abby, we've arrived. How do you feel now? Huh. Abby? Nothing from my tacit mark. Is it sleeping? Or is it... Cardathia helped with Abby's symptoms before. I could really use her help now. We share the same thread of Imperator's power. I could try using that to sense where she is. What's that creature she's facing? A half-human, half-lion tacit discord? Or a special echo? She was here before. I'll follow the same path and see if I can find someone to talk to. That armor might be an echo. An echo that awaits a true warrior. It seems happy. Is it because I'm reminding it of past battles? Looks like I've made my first friend here. Oh. So, this is Septimont.
The traces will guide you here. And when the time comes, you'll bring this story to its rightful end. The scent of seawater, It's right ahead. Trying to hide in that incubator's experimental unit, aren't you? I need to find a way to destroy those pipes and make it collapse. These must be defense mechanisms, designed by whoever built this lab. The more devices I destroy, the stronger the defenses become. You.
There's a village up ahead. I'll go talk to some locals.
Probably the most enigmatic of the exploitable elements based on the members in its roster, from Chandler's who came out before her, and though it can be challenging to build her if you don't already have her party members set up, it's by far one of the most engaging playstyles for sure. All 3 team members in a monofusion party contribute meaningful DPS and have their own attack rotations, making this technically the first official triple carry team comp in the game. Be mindful though, compared to the average hyper carry team where you only practically need to invest time and energy into one character, for a triple carry team, naturally, all 3 party members' DPS matters in calculation for optimal performance, making it noticeably more costly in terms of equipment, echoes, and sequences. Despite that, again, the payoff is most certainly worth it, so if you're up to it, definitely give it a shot. That's gonna be it for today. Let me know your thoughts on Lupa in the comments down below, including if you plan to pull for her or not. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, a like and subscribe would be much appreciated. Don't forget
What are Fearsome Lupa's biggest pros and cons? That's what I'm here to tell you today. My name is Juice, and let's get into it. Ever since Lupa's release, there has been one major area in which she has always been good, and that has been the Monofusion team. She is amazing in this team, but it's not just the fact that she's really good here and she completes the core, it's the fact that Monofusion is literally busted right now. It is a fantastic team comp. It can take on TOA, it can take on Whimpering Wastes, and in fact, it is the second best Whimpering Wastes team that we have in the game right now. It absolutely mows down that game mode. It's not exactly on the level of Frolova, but let's be real, nobody is on the level of Frolova and Whimpering Wastes, but being the second best is still a pretty good achievement, and in TOA it is still very good, considering how easy to play the team is because you very much can just swap into one character into the next and just cycle through their intro and outro skills. It is ridiculously strong. It is quite a high cost team, as it does ask you to have 3 limited 5-star characters, and all of which would ideally have their signature weapon, though I do think you can get away with Emerald of Genesis on Changli. But I do personally think that you get a good team in relation to that cost. You're not being given a team that isn't really worth your investment. I would say that you 100% get your Astrite's worth, and that is awesome. Monofusion is a fantastic comp, I cannot recommend it enough. It's also just really fun to play in general, but in terms of its meta strength, it is very good, and I personally think that it is the strongest possible fusion team that we have in the game right now. It is able to tackle basically any situation, not to mention, it's just really good in overworld too, but that's just because the fusion characters are generally very comfortable to play in the overworld. So personally, I think that Monofusion is fantastic, and I personally think that if you have a Changli and Brant, then yes, Lupa is so worth your pull, it is ridiculous. I do heavily advise that you get her signature weapon, do try and pull for that. However, in general, just try and get Lupa. She is amazing if you do have those 2 of her fusion 5 stars. However, it doesn't just end at Monofusion. Galbraith is going to be coming out soon, and Lupa's actually not a bad pickup for her as well. Now, I would say that it's better to get Shoyuwen if you're specifically trying to get the best Galbraith team possible. However, if you're somebody that already has a brand, or perhaps you want to invest more into fusion down the line, then Lupa's actually a pretty effective pickup for her. This is because there are 2 different things that you can do. You can either play Lupa Brant Galbraith or Lupa Mortefi Galbraith, both of which are going to end up being pretty good setups for her. So in that case, you end up having another really neat use case for her. She only gains more over time, which I would say is pretty nice, and it also really solidifies her as being a great pull for fusions in general, not just Brant and not just the Changli Brant core. So that's another consideration that you can make. And speaking of Brant Wuthering Waves, she is amazing for DPS Brant. He becomes a genuinely viable and competent main DPS if you give him Lupa. I will say that yes, you can use him with Sanhua and it will work, but it's not really good. If you use him with Lupa, however, her outro skill is perfectly tailored to what he personally wants in his kit. So, with that being said, she is an amazing second slot teammate if you want to play DPS Brant specifically. Brant Wuthering Waves, Lupa, and Shorekeeper all in one team comprise a fantastic comp. And I would say that you do ideally really want Brant's signature because it's going to increase his damage by a lot, and the team isn't really worth playing if you don't have Brant Sig. But if you do, then goodness me, you're in for a treat. Not to mention that the team is just really fun in general. Fantastic team comp by all accounts. And if you're a really big Brant fan, then I definitely recommend it, because I think that if you're a really big DPS Brant player, then you're going to really pat yourself on the back later for having pulled Lupa. She is so good for that specific class of players, and I really cannot recommend her enough. I would say priority is, of course, to get Brant's signature weapon as always, but if you have that already, and you're already locked and loaded and you have all your investment ready on Brant, then Lupa is a fantastic next step. Even if you're not playing him as a main DPS, Lupa is just such a good teammate for him because her swapping into him is just really, really effective. That outro skill does wonders. 100% would recommend if you're really big on Brant. Also, Lupa just has a really well-packed kit in general. A fantastic outro skill for fusion characters, provides a lot of basic percent, can give fusion damage bonus to everybody if you have her signature weapon, and is all around a character that just has a lot going for her. She's also able to buff everybody's attack and fusion damage bonus. That is quite significant. So all around, you end up getting quite a lot within her kit. Yes, it is all very fusion tailored, and ideally, you do want to have triple fusion as the team you're playing in order to maximize her fusion-based buffs. However, even if you're only playing one of her fusion teammates, it's still going to be worth using her. She genuinely does just have that jam-packed of a kit, and I seriously